Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Peace. Today's video is all about what the best website builder is for your e-commerce store. So there are so many different options when you're coming to start your business. So I'm just going to be talking about my experience with Shopify and comparing it with the two common alternatives, which are Squarespace and Wix. I actually have only ever used Shopify, but I have tried out Wix and Squarespace briefly, and I do know people as well that use them both. So the first thing I'm going to be speaking about is ease of use. And I just mean this in a very broad sense. Like when you go on the platform, how easy do you find it to do what you need to do? Like this can range from everything to customizing your website, just managing orders, just the whole interface. I personally have had no issue with the ease of use of Shopify. I find it very intuitive. I do find that when I've wanted to customize something, it's been relatively easy to customize. I find the whole order management process quite straightforward, the inventory management process straightforward. And I know this is the same for Wix and Squarespace. The beauty of all these website builders is, as opposed to if you were to build a website from scratch, is literally pre-designed to make your life as easy as possible and with little technical knowledge needed. But also, I would encourage you to use the free trial. I know Shopify have a free trial. I know Squarespace has a free trial. I'm not 100% sure if Wix do have a free trial, but if they do, I would definitely recommend you just checking out the free trial, at least to see how easy you find it to navigate. Like literally the whole benefit of having these website builders are the fact that they already have pre-designed templates, and all you have to do after that is just customize it to make it fit your brand. So for Wix, I checked and they said they have about 700 different templates, which is amazing. That means you're definitely very likely to find a template that you like and suits the look that you were going after for your store. Squarespace is literally really known for its good visual design, so you're very likely to find a template that has a very good visual aspect. And Shopify, they do have a mix of free and paid templates. You can actually get templates for Shopify on the third-party store as well that are completely secure, that are a bit more affordable. I'll put a link in the description for a good marketplace to get secure third-party themes for your Shopify store, and they tend to cost about $40, $50, $60, whereas the paid theme on Shopify can be nearing like $200. But Shopify do definitely have good free themes as well. So the only thing to keep in mind is if you use a paid theme for Shopify and you want to make a certain customization, you can't use Shopify support. You have to contact the developer of the people that provided the theme. So when you're picking a theme for Shopify, I would definitely say look at the reviews, because you can see that certain paid themes, some people have had issues with their support team and trying to get customization. So I'll definitely say check out the reviews if you're going to pay for a theme on Shopify. So with everything I just said, when it comes to templates, there are two things I think you should bear in mind. You need to remember that these themes are designed for e-commerce when it comes to Shopify. Shopify is an e-commerce platform. Wix and Squarespace, you can have an e-commerce store on it, but they're not optimized for e-commerce. So you definitely want to think about, if you know anything about user experience and how easy people find to navigate your site, it's really important that you have a theme that is built for e-commerce, because you have to remember people are building websites for all sorts of businesses. So each theme will not necessarily be optimized for every business model. So for Squarespace, they're really well known for their visual design. So a lot of creative industries use it where they want to show off portfolios, for example. So you'll find a lot of like photographers and designers and things like that. People that want to put up a portfolio will love Squarespace. Wix, people that have services like freelancers, they tend to prefer that. They're really good for integrating with like scheduling apps like Acuity. When it comes to Shopify, every single theme is built for e-commerce, and it's literally just a matter of picking a theme that's built for your type of e-commerce. So if you are someone who has a one product store that you literally only just sell one thing, there are themes built for that. If you're someone that has loads of different options, there are themes built for that. If you're someone that has a physical product that is on the higher end or luxury side, they have themes for that. They literally have themes for every type of e-commerce store you want. So if you're looking for a website builder for e-commerce and you're trying to weigh up the different templates, I would say Shopify 100%. UX is such an important thing when it comes to getting sales, because if people can't navigate your website, they're just going to give up. As you know, increasingly, people have short attention spans. They don't have time. They're used to buying products on websites that are well built, like Amazon. And if you're going on a store like Amazon, where it's really easy to buy, you can literally buy it, everything's pre-populated for you. And then you go on someone else's store and it's like 10 clicks. They can't even find how to get the product they want to buy. It can really affect your conversion rate. The second thing you need to keep in mind for the templates is the extent to which you can customize it. So obviously you can customize to all of them, change the colors, drag and drop, whatever. But Shopify actually lets you edit the CSS and HTML, whereas I don't think Wix and Squarespace has the same ability to which you can edit. Like Shopify, you can literally have the theme and you can edit it as much as you want. Of course, you might not know code. I don't know code, but you can also get pretty low cost help from like Fiverr, Upwork, or even if you just know someone that knows how to develop, you at least have the ability to change your website in a lot of ways. Whereas the Wix and Squarespace ones, they tend to be a lot more limited when it comes to editing the back end of your theme. So you're going to get the theme, you have to find a theme you like because there's not much you can do to change it. Whereas Shopify, technically you can actually do a lot to change the themes and make it exactly what you want from your business. So when it comes to apps, these kind of allow you to add in so many more functionalities to make your website's experience so much better. So for example, some apps that I have are a back in stock app, so that when I'm out of stock, a customer can sign up to be notified. I used to have an app that would create a pop-up. When a customer comes to my website, you can sign up for my mailing list. You know when you go on websites and you see like at the bottom it'll have pop-up saying someone has just purchased this in there. I've also had that sort of app. I've had so many different types of apps, and apps can really enhance your website and enhance your customer experience, make it so much easier to run your store. Shopify apps, again, they are built for e-commerce. Every single thing you will need in e-commerce, every single thing you will need in e-commerce, there is an app for it in Shopify. So I think Shopify have about over 1,000 apps. So of the three, they definitely have the most options. Wix, I don't know how many they have, but I know it's a lot less. But Squarespace has about 40. They definitely have the least. And again, at least with Shopify, every single app is built for e-commerce. There are so many apps. There are so many apps. You shouldn't even put too many because then it will slow down your website speed, which can affect your SEO, but that's another topic. But there are so many options, and whatever you see as needed, you will definitely find it. So the third thing I want to touch on is the pricing of these different options. Shopify is definitely the most expensive. The cheapest plan starts at £29 a month, and it's also $29 a month, which is kind of taking the mick because £29 is a lot more expensive than $29. Other than that, yeah, Wix and Squarespace are definitely lower cost options. I think this is the reason why a lot of people tend to go for that. Even when they know that they're an e-commerce store, Shopify is built for e-commerce, they think that this is more affordable while I'm starting out. I know they have like 4 different options, both Wix and Squarespace, and I don't think the cheapest option will suffice for e-commerce, but I think even the ones that do suffice for e-commerce are still quite a bit cheaper than Shopify. The last thing I want to touch on is basically why I think Shopify is the best for e-commerce, and I think it's just because it's built for e-commerce. They are so optimized for the things that matter the most for running an e-commerce store. These are things like even your payment options. When it comes to buying e-commerce products, there are so many different payment options you can use, but not every payment option will be compatible with every website provider. I have never had any issue with integrating Shopify with anything, and I've integrated my website to a lot of different things. I've never had an issue with integrating Shopify for anything because it is so popular and most things are just optimized for Shopify. It just makes your life so much easier when you're already built on it. So of the 3, it has the most payment gateways. So literally any payment option you ever wanted to put on your store, it is highly likely you're going to be able to do it on Shopify. They also make it really easy for your inventory and order management and like editing your product details. This is like all the back end stuff that you need to run your store. It's so seamless. I've actually used the back end of WooCommerce. I haven't spoken about WooCommerce, but that's also another popular option for online stores. The back end of WooCommerce is no. When I saw it, I was just like, this is why Shopify is what it is, because yeah, it's just not it. So I definitely think that Shopify make the back end very seamless. And the number one thing about Shopify, the analytics. The level of analytics you get, as I said in many a video, I am an analytics girl. I always knew it, but I think since starting this business, I realized how much that is where my heart is, and that's where the money resides. Understanding your analytics is the key to growing your business, because that's what lets you know what is working, what isn't working, why it's not working. It lets you identify the holes, it lets you identify the gaps, the areas for improvement. That is where the growth is at, and Shopify's analytics are next level. You can get so low level detail, because sometimes it's a low level detail you need to identify what is going wrong or what needs improvement. It also has integrations with every marketing platform you need. It has integrations with your Facebook ads, your Google, your Pinterest. Like, you can integrate everything you need for your marketing, which is very important. It's very important. you can put that all on your Shopify store. And that's even at the most basic plan. The analytics are still really good. At the higher plans, you even get more. So yeah, I definitely think that analytics is the key reason why I'm such an advocate for Shopify, and why I think for e-commerce, you need to really understand how to read your analytics and make decisions based off of that. Overall, when it comes to deciding which platform is best for you, I think this is just where self-awareness comes in. I know what a lot of people do is they go with the more affordable, like easier to use options like Wix or Squarespace, and then transfer to Shopify when they feel ready. If you're someone who doesn't really mind doing that, or doesn't mind the short-term hassle that comes with migrating over, then maybe that's a good option for you. If you're not, if you're someone like me who would rather just learn a platform from the beginning and just grow with it in the long term, and when you do that, there is more of a snowball effect, because now I would say I'm very, very aware of all the different options you can get on Shopify, which will just kind of help my growth and can help me grow faster. I prefer that method, but again, it's very much a self-awareness thing. And I'll also just say, really take advantage of the free trials. I would definitely recommend Shopify. I've literally had no issues with them, like zero. If there has ever been something that needs to be sorted out, it's been resolved really, really well. They have amazing customer service. Like, that is one thing I'm a very big advocate for in my business, and just with businesses I like to buy from, and their customer support is unmatched. And yeah, I just feel like it's optimized for e-commerce, so make your life easier and propel your growth from the get-go. That's my advice. I really, really do hope you found that useful. Please let me know in the comments if you have any questions, or if you have any further video ideas, or anything else you'd like me to touch on. I will be back again next week, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you then. Bye.